Alright, how's it going, guys? Another quick video with J Metro. Now, this video is going to be deemed the deception. Okay, so this world that we live in is a deception. What do I mean by that? Well, okay, let me go on about technology real quick because I'm going to try to lump this into one video. Okay, I don't want to make various videos, but just one video. Yeah. Um, when it comes to technology in general, okay, your iPhone, uh, 6, 7, X, or whatever you call it, or whatever, your Xbox One, your PS4 or PS5, that's about to come out, or whatever. Yeah, we would call this or deem this or these I don't know, these fragments of technology advanced, if that's what you want to call it. But overall, this technology that they give you is nothing really compared to what really exists. Okay. What really exists, for example, is like a million years ahead of what you would have ever thought could have been possible. But overall, technology has come a long way. Okay. Now, I hear people putting out videos on, where targeted people are outspoken, this and that. Yeah, give me a great. Give me a great. Give me a great. I'm not gonna say a break. Give me a great. Give me a great. It's all bullshit, okay? They're not targeting whistleblowers, real whistleblowers. They're not targeting so-called activists. They're not targeting any of these real people who could truly have an influence over their communities. What I talk about when it comes to satellites and holograms and stuff like that, no one in their right mind would want to have that. As a matter of fact, you could literally show them proof, okay, visual proof of this technology, okay, and they still will not fall for it. But overall, in this world that we live in, okay, everyone is really a crisis actor. Now, what do I mean by a crisis actor? A lot of people, well, some people know about this technology and they are well aware of how advanced it is, and they are well aware of how much damage it could really do. Okay, but there are people out there, even people like you and me, who are very aware of this technology, and they are even using it. But given the fact that most people are indeed evil to a certain extent, given the fact that most people are crisis actors, this technology has been covered up for a very long time. Okay, a very long time. I hear targeted people telling me about, oh, they experimenting on me, man. The CIA let me, man. Man, come on, man. Give me a break, man. Give me a freaking break. Okay. First of all, the testing for this technology happened back in the maybe the 50s and 60s, and then it was probably honestly just it was perfected by the 70s, okay? This is old technology. You had people back in the 70s and 80s talking about, oh, I'm hearing voices, man. I'm being attacked by broadcasters, or not even broadcasters. They probably call it demons back then. I was being attacked by demons, man. Aliens, man. Okay, well, this technology is very, quote unquote, old, okay? This is old technology. Very old technology. Okay, it's been a long time, man, since this technology was in the so-called testing stages, okay? And if you are a targeted person, you are not really being experimented on, okay? They are just trafficking you, really, okay? This is not experimentation as of 2020, okay? They are not experimenting on you, okay? This technology has been perfected, and it has been perfected for a very long time. Now let me talk about AI. There is no AI, okay? There is no AI. There is no artificial intelligence taking over people. Oh, it's the AI took over somebody and they acted weird. No, there is no AI taking over people. Demons aren't taking over people. Okay, aliens ain't taking over people. Now, if you want to call them like devils in the human flesh, yeah, I go with that because they are evil to the core. But overall, demons are not. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. Demons are not taking over people. Okay, it's not happening. And I'm making this video so I can really just get to y'all because, like, I make these other videos talking all proper and upscale. Nah, okay. It's not demons. It's not AI. You have real people using a EEG headset, and they are basically connecting to other people via satellites and via computer software. Well, no. Well, okay. Well, how are they able to take control of a satellite? How are they able to do that, J Metro? Well, I will tell you what's really taking place. Okay, they are not taking control of a satellite, given the fact that satellites they can carry out various tasks at one point. Why do you think all of these people are able to use GPSs and, satellite TV, satellite based internet, and whatever? Okay, satellites can carry out various tasks at a time. So they are not really taking over a satellite. They are just using a satellite, just like your vehicle uses or utilizes a satellite for XM radio. Common sense, really. Okay. Now that I'm really done talking about technology, and people tell me about they track my cell phone, they got a GPS tracker in my car. Look, go ahead, get your vehicle bug swept. You will be out of $1,000. Okay. Don't tell me how I know. Get your phones looked at. And if you like me, and you know a little bit about phones, you can probably find something yourself. But overall, they don't gotta hack your cell phone. You are not going to find one Trojan, one virus, not even one piece of malware. Well, the government has companies that track my cell phone. Look, they don't need to track your cell phone when they can track your body, your brain, okay? Your brain has neurons that are, how can I call it, man? How can I really break it down? I don't even know how to break it down to y'all. Your neurons are electrical, okay? So if your brain produces electricity and you do indeed have a unique resonance, then guess what? Your brain is trackable. No different than a FM, XM, or even a AM radio. And that's how they are able to know what you think. This is why many targeted people assume that there is a hidden camera in our home or a hidden audio recorder. You will not find any, okay? An audio recorder has to run off a power source, like anything else. So, as I said, it's not there. You can look all day, it's not there. And if they put one there, that's just to play mind games with you. Just like they play mind games with you out on the street. Where the blood is at? Where the blood is at? Okay, so it's all a mind game. And they can see what you see, and they know what you think. You can go to any logical targeted person's channel, and after being targeted for a while, they will finally come to the understanding or the belief that there is indeed technology out there capable of invading your entire self, okay? Invading you. Now let me go on about so-called crisis actors, okay? Now with more TIs or most TIs or a majority of TIs, they think that the so-called gang stalkers are private FBI agents and private CIA agents, and this is just not really it, okay? The CIA has much more uh, serious business to attend to, okay? Even if you want to tell me, well, they do this for fun. They do it in our spare time. They do this for fun. Get Metro. Well, no, okay, yeah, they could do it for fun, but I highly doubt that they are going to target out some single mother with a child, and oh yeah, this mom is very dangerous, and she's like she's a whistleblower, and she knows a whole lot. Give me a break, okay? Give me a break, okay? What's going on? Okay, we'll say it again. What's going on? Okay, usually has nothing to do with the real CIA or the real NSA. But could it be a corporation? Could it be a company? Could it be a gang? Could it be a cartel? Likely, because these people have access to neural monitoring as well. People just like you and me. They have access to this technology. And all it really requires is a EEG headset and a computer software, a graphical user interface program, no different than Windows 8, Windows 10, Linux. Okay, it is a graphical user interface, and these people, they have different settings. They can turn up the broadcast, they can turn it down, they can do whatever. Okay, we've seen these holograms in the sky, but that is government grade technology. Now, people tell me that, well, the army's behind it. Well, yeah, the army could have individuals who's behind this type of human trafficking, but you have to understand, anyone could be in the army. You could have people in the army who are just everyday Joes like you. You could have army-based contractors. You could have just sergeants who work part-time, reservists. So overall, when we talk about army, it's a very, very broad spectrum. Okay, a very broad spectrum, and that could be a lower level drug dealer who's also in the army or whatever. So I'm just telling you, when we say army, it's a broad spectrum. You have random everyday people who are in the army, and they don't have any access to private files and private watch lists and stuff like that. You have just people in the army who are just ordinary everyday workers like you and me. Okay, they could be a private sergeant, whatever. So yeah, that could be people with the army involved in your harassment. But it doesn't mean that these people are literally men in black, or just all out agents who are just, they know about Area 51, they have access to private files and records, and they have this information and look, I'm just telling you, there are various people in the army, okay? There are various people with law enforcement. There are various people with law. I could go on and on about this, but there are various people with EMS, and it is a very broad spectrum. So after I've gotten that out the way, we got people with the FBI who are not involved in what's going on. It's typically not going to be the CIA or the NSA, because the reason a lot of people have this reasoning is because of the electronic weapons, or electronic harassment. But electronic harassment is just not a government thing now. There are ordinary people with access to this technology. All you need is a EEG headset and computer software. That's really it, a program, and that is really it. But let me get into the whole talk about crisis actors. Yeah, let's talk about crisis actors. Everyone, or most people, are indeed crisis actors, whether they are doing it, you know, intentionally, or whether or not they are really aware of what they are doing. But everyone is really, really a crisis actor. This is why you have people rambling on about politics, religion, voting, and I honestly don't care. I've never voted and never will. But at the same time, we have Biden here, and he just goes out touching people out on live TV, and apparently it's not a problem. So if I were to vote, I probably would lean towards Trump as opposed to Biden. But either way, I'm not a voter. Never will be. But let's talk about crisis actors. A lot of these everyday people around you or individuals around you are not ordinary people. And I'm not talking about aliens or ghosts either. They are not ordinary people. I'm going to say it again. They are not ordinary people. People. Just going to work, doing that 9 to 5 or whatever, doctor, nurse, teacher. A lot of these individuals are indeed involved in illegal online trafficking. And I know a lot of you are going to question me, question. I'm saying again, question me about this technology or neural monitoring. If these people have access to these illegal websites that most of you would probably have a hard time finding, then you cannot tell me that these people aren't also capable of using technology that's also leaked on the dark web. Okay? And they use a program and a EEG headset that they also get from the dark web or purchase from the dark web. Because everything that they do is completely hidden. And if it were, I'm telling you, if it weren't completely hidden, it would be a very bad day for these people. So the reason why they move in such secrecy is because they don't want to be caught. Because if a criminal is caught, especially a pedophile, it's not going to be pretty, okay? It's not going to be a good thing for them. But most of what they do is on the dark web, okay? They use Tor. They use a server. They have their own personal server where they have a login and a password. So if they do leave a trace or somewhat of a trace, that IP address will at least be hidden. And your IP address will basically lead them to you, whoever you may be. But they are crisis actors. These people going out, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, or whatever, they are crisis actors. A dude could get shot by the police for a very good reason, and they would steal, loot, and rob, because it is robbery. When you bust into a store in a threatening manner and you just take whatever you want, I call that robbery, okay? It's not just looting, it's also robbery, which is a felony in the US. But overall, everything that these people do is hidden. Everything that they do is hidden, which is why they'll never tell you anything. You go up to these people, they're going to put it on hush mode. Because the way I look at it, I've had the DEA come to my neighborhood and literally investigate everyone. I'm talking about just crazy. And it didn't take long for people to find out. So the government is not investigating people hiddenly, or the typical government, or the government as you know it, okay? They are not going out and, gang stalking somebody and, no, they are not doing that at all. It's not happening. You get investigated, they don't find nothing, they'll typically leave you alone. Unless you are involved in other activities that may sound the alarm or alarms. But we do have, I'm going to say it again, but we do have crisis actors out there. And they are everyday people that you will find on the street, okay? Some of them, or many of them, do know about this technology, but they keep it on hush. Why wouldn't you? This technology grants you with every benefit in the world. Why would you expose something that benefits you? Okay? It benefits them. in every single form. Okay, intelligence, knowing who's who, because they can see what see what you see, and the list goes on and on. So this technology benefits them. Okay, and when it comes to human trafficking overall, typically the government as we know it, they really don't care about it. Even when Fox News or whatever, they called for the DOJ to investigate the very, very sick series, the very sick Netflix series Cuties. And the DOG, the DOG, the dog, I'm gonna call him dog, the DOJ, whatever you want to call it, they didn't even care. Okay, they did not care whatsoever. And when it comes to these human trafficking schemes, they don't really care. They'll probably bust a pedophile ring, an online pedophile ring, every now and then to earn profit. But overall, they honestly don't care. Now, it doesn't mean that they are involved, but they truly, 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 truly don't care. Unless it would benefit them financially. And to me, I don't see how gang stalking or organized harassment would benefit them. But I could see them, busting down. Yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I could see them busting down this big website online and earning a lot of profit. But what's happening with most TIs is not really CIA Area 51 level. Okay, it could be a corporation, it could be a company, it could be a next door neighbor, it could be anyone. Okay, but overall, this is not some CIA NSA type scheme. So, with most of you are just dealing with a society full of evil people. And as I said, any one of these people could easily expose what's going on. They could easily go to the FBI or law enforcement, given the fact that every government agency is not involved in what's going on. They could easily go to a legitimate law enforcement agency and tell them what's going on or what the deal is, and you know that would probably be it to it. But since society is evil, since human trafficking is such a huge thing, yeah, a huge thing, most people are not going to ring the alarm or ring the bell, ring the alarm, same thing, same shit. They are not going to say anything about it because they are a part of it. You think that these people are being misguided? No, they are not being misguided at all. They are fully grown adults who know exactly what they are doing, and they are well aware of who they are targeting. So if they tell you that, oh yeah, man, we don't know who the target is, we just come to the area and look for the person or likely person. Nah, they know exactly who you are. They know a lot of things about you. Okay, and when they come to you and tell you these lies, it's just all lies. I mean, it's just a bunch of bullshit. Demons, aliens, is all bullshit. Okay, it's not any of that whatsoever. If they cannot give you the website or the app or the program or the server, I want to say the server that they use, they are no benefit to you whatsoever, and they are just leading you astray. They're not trying to help you. That's really it, man, because not everyone with law enforcement is involved, first-handedly involved in what's going on. Now they can call you in with a lie, just like they can tell cashiers that you are printing fake bills. They can do it, okay? Because there's a lot of them, and that's really it. That's how this whole scheme works. It's human trafficking, and if you are a TI and a parent, if they end up having you committed because you did something crazy or you end up in prison, we all know who's going to put in a bid for your offspring when they end up in a adoption foster care system, or some kind of foster care system or whatever, adoption agency. We all know who's going to put in the first bid. And never ever forget, these people are hardcore criminals. So you cannot trust them with your child. You cannot even trust them with you, let alone your child. And the government could stop it. These people out on the street could stop it. Because, it's not like they're going to get knocked off if they spill the beans, or maybe they will, who knows. But the way it looks, they are either A, happily involved in what they are doing, or B, maybe they are so scared to the point that they'll get knocked. Something may happen if they spill the beans, but I wouldn't care. But that's usually the reason why they'll never come to a person like me and give me the real goods, because they know exactly what I would do. I'm not worried about my own life whatsoever. Whatever happens, happens. And that's basically it. They are human traffickers and they are crisis actors. They put on a show. Okay? These people looting and doing this other stuff, they are putting on a show. And most of them are well aware of what they are doing and how wrong it is and how stupid it is. But this is their world, okay? They do whatever they want to do. They love politics. They love racism. These people will tell you that they hate racism. They hate, this other stuff. But they love it. They really love it. This is what feeds them, okay? They love racism. They love politics. They love fights. They love wars. They love it, okay? They love violence. They love it, okay? This is their life. They wouldn't even live or function properly if they didn't have these things, in their lives, or these factions in their lives. And they are all crisis actors, okay? They are all crisis actors. These people fighting over who's president. These people robbing and looting stores because one dude got shot, and it may have been for a good reason. They are all crisis actors, okay? They are well aware of what's going on and how dumb it is. But this is their world, and they love violence, they love war, they love fights, and this is what they do. There aren't any normal people. Yo. I'm gonna leave with this note right here. I'm gonna leave with this note. There aren't any normal people on planet Earth. Everyone is a crisis actor. Or most people are crisis actors. Trafficking. You wouldn't even know who's involved in human trafficking. You wouldn't even know. Could be a teacher, your next door neighbor, that pastor. You never realize, because the internet is what I call the beast to a certain extent. You can do your dirt without getting caught. You couldn't do this back in the day, back in the 50s. Of course, the government had this technology, the internet, a long time ago. But the average person couldn't do dirt without getting caught back then. But now, there's a new teacher every day added to the booty bandit list. A new teacher every day. So you can't tell me what's going on. It's human trafficking. Okay? These people love adrenaline. When they abuse people, they earn adrenaline. Of course, they are human traffickers, pedophiles, whatever you want to call it. And the government doesn't really care what they do. The government could stop them easily, but the government just honestly does not care. Whatever happens is on you. As far as technology goes, the government has technology that could zap a entire city. They could turn an entire city into ruins in less than a second. So the technology being used against most targeted people isn't government grade technology. It's the most dumbed down form of this technology that you would ever come across. It's leaked at the street level. Dark web. I'm out. Peace.